I do want to tell you guys that I did a quick little post about ways that you can be super, super helpful to Pilates in Holland that really just take you a little bit of time and zero money. And that is if you are seeing our stuff on social media. First of all, if you're not, then see our stuff on social media. But if you like anything, comment on anything, or share anything, just know it's just a whirlwind of activity. So the more people respond and interact with the things you post, the more people see them. So it's really important for us. I know it just seems like a simple click of the button that it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but it helps us immensely. The other thing is if you go on Google and write a review for the studio, of course, give us 5 stars, right? But when you write a review, when other people are on Google, the things that pop up first are the things that have the best reviews. If you Google Pilates in Holland, Michigan right now, we would be at the top, and that's because we have awesome clients who participate in doing things like reviews and stuff like that. And then the last thing would be to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So you guys get the videos automatically in a link, but while you're there, subscribe, because it does help us. It gives us rights on the back end, if you would, to like make things prettier and do things like that. And you don't get that availability unless you have so many people subscribing to your channel. It doesn't cost you anything, and then you can kind of see all the videos whenever you want. You don't have to hear from us all the time, right? You can unclick to get notifications, that kind of thing. But those are 3 really helpful things that you can do, okay? All right, so we're gonna start in a hands and knees position. So everybody get to that spot. I'm gonna have to do up down just a little bit with the computer this morning, so don't mind, you know, if you see it moving. I think we got 2 changes today. Alrighty. And everybody can hear me just fine? Thumbs up is helpful? Awesome, okay. All right, well, good morning. Let's start moving together. So first, just widening those fingers and just finding your connection to your knees. So maybe give yourself a couple rocks back and forth, get those knees right on your hips. And then from this position, we're gonna just start tucking our tail under and rounding the spine and looking at our thighs. And then I'd love for you to take it the other way and tip your tail to the ceiling and lift your chest up and look forward at the wall in front of you. Start with your tail. Tuck the tail under, scoop the abs, and round the back. So nice gentle way to wake up the spine. And then tip the tail to the ceiling and lift the chest up. And then one more time. Tip the tail under, scoop the abs up, round the spine, just rocking it awake. And tip the tail up, chest lifts, and then coming to center. Now I'd love for you to pick up your right hand and your left knee. Set them down, pick up the left hand and the right knee. And you're just gonna keep rocking back and forth, doing your opposites. So we're just waking up the muscles that work more in a crisscross shape in our bodies. So going with those opposites. Woo. One more time each side. And then coming back to center. Go ahead and widen your knees and sit your hips back. And you can walk your hands forward a little further. So we're kind of pushing away with the mat, if you would, to get your hips to rock back. And then just rock yourself forward, putting some positive stress on those wrists. And then rock your hips back. And forward and back. So it's really up to you, right, how far you want to rock forward. But the goal here is to be able to strengthen the wrists, right? So we do want to feel where it starts going to a place where we're like, oh man, that is not my strong suit. And don't worry, we're going to do some really great all-around wrist work before we're putting much more tension. We're not just jumping right to plank this morning. Last 2. Last 1. Let those hips stay back. And now reach one arm under the opposite armpit
and look in that direction and just give yourself a twist. We're gonna stay here for just a couple breaths. So as you're reaching under, we call this threading the needle. Just take some really deep inhales, trying to fill up your back, stretch those morning muscles out. If you end up doing this later in the day, of course, it always feels different depending on how much your body has moved prior to class. And then let's slide that arm out. We'll reach it out. I'm going to turn away from you as I stretch my other arm under. Take some really nice, deep, intentional breaths. And then coming back through, bring yourself up. So I would like you to come up onto your knees. And you can go high knees or you can stay low. Doesn't matter. I'm going to stay low just because I want to make sure you can see all of me. Your arms are going to go wide in the room. Let's place our right hand behind our head and our left hand towards our low back. And then those arms go as wide as they possibly can as they switch, and they go. And they go wide and then behind. So as we keep going, try your best to not draw the head forward to make room for that hand going behind your head. So stay nice and tall. And if needs be, you just go into more of a salute, bringing your hand to your forehead so that it's not that you have to come forward. If those shoulders and chest is too tight, just go into your salute mode. Oh, this feels necessary. Last couple here. And then bringing those arms down. Good. Coming back onto hands and knees here. I want you to widen those fingers. And then we're going to just start that rock side to side again. So I'm keeping my knees and my hands on the floor. We already did the rock forward and back. So now let's put those all together and create a circle. So I'm going to rock side to side, forward and back. And again, I'm doing this to start warming up the tissue of my hands, my forearms. And then go the opposite way around that circle. And then just keep those fingers really long. Notice when there's tension in the wrists, the forearms, you'll start to notice your knuckles tenting up, looking like little spider legs instead of long, straight fingers. And then coming right back to center. Now I want you to keep your hands where they are and just drop one elbow down and look the other way, feeling your back twist. One arm is straight, one arm is on the elbow. And then push up to straighten that arm. And then lower the other elbow and twist the spine, looking as far to the side as you can. Keep looking, looking, looking. And then push up to center. One more, first side. Oh my goodness, does that feel good? And press back up. And then last one, go the other way. And press back up. Excellent. Let yourself turn your hands around. So my fingers are going to face towards my legs. And you're going to see the inside of my elbow and my forearms. Now in this case, the more you go forward, the easier it is. The more you rock back, the more tension. So a little forward and back here. And maybe just assuming the position is enough. You kind of notice these are those positions that you tend to not assume past adolescence sometimes, unless asked. Good. And then heading a little side to side. Ooh, that'll feel different. Some of you that I get to be with right now, I know your wrists and forearms, and right now they're thanking you. Little circles, and let me say little. I don't know about you, but like literally I'm already sweating because my body is like, whoa, what are you doing? Other way around. Excellent. And then coming off of them completely. Good. Go ahead and just very gently circle them around. Okay, so you are going to come up onto your high knees position. I'm going to take our camera just a bit higher in the space here, so we all get a little bit of a better view. Okay, so up onto your high knees. Excellent. Does that look okay for everybody? You can see just fine? Okay. All right, so in our high knees position here, let's take arms out to the sides. And what I'm going to do is encourage you to drop one side of the buttocks further over to that side. And then up we come. So it's a bit of reaching the hip towards the wall. And up you come. So recognize this doesn't have to be real deep in the bend, right? So for some of you, going real deep into that knee bend is not a great fit. So don't. Just think more side to side. Side to side. We're going to speed it up. So reach, 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 reach. In a moment here, we're going to extend the right leg out to the side. Now this can be done by putting your left hand on the floor. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1, leg goes out. Come back onto both knees and hips go side to side. Reach, 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 left leg goes out. Come back in and hips go side to side. Reach them to the sides. Now we're going to pop the right leg out. Boom. And coming back to high knees, side to side, reach, 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 and pop the leg out. I might have just done the same leg. And coming back, and reach, 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 and pop the leg out. Boom. And coming back in. All right, I want to say now, if coming into the side knees position is not a great fit, go ahead and just lay sideline, do all the leg work we're going to do, and you'll roll over and do it on the other side. Okay, we're going to go through a series of 3. Arms out. All right, hip to the side. So let's go right, left, right. Now jump that right leg out there. From here, we're lifting the right leg up and down. Lift, 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 lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up onto those knees, and hips. 3, 2, 1. Hop the left leg out. Up and down the leg goes. Lift, 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 lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up, coming on both knees, or just do your sideline series. Hips, reach, 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 and the right leg goes out. Circles this time. Reach. So the idea is to lengthen, folks. You want to reach your toe to the wall. This isn't just swing your leg around. Lengthen the joint. Go the other way around for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up you come. Hips, reach, reach, reach. Left leg out. Circle. So lengthen through those toes. Lengthen through those toes. Go the other way. Ho, 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 ho. And push. Whoa. Try to come on high knees. Hips side to side. Side to side. We're going to go right leg out. Boom. All right, from here, reach through your heel. Rotate the leg inward so the toe faces the mat, but the heel faces the ceiling. And down and up. It's pigeon toed. One leg is pigeon toed. Woo, this is work. Can you hear? I'm like breathing heavily here. And my studio is getting hot. Stay at the top. Pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push off. Boom. Side to side. And now reach hips. Point the toes down, up and down we go. Woo! So if you're doing this standing, you could have a hand on a wall and do the same leg work, or you could be sideline. Good job. Stay at the top. Oh my goodness. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up you come. And hips. Hips. If you did that in sideline, you could just bring a knee up towards your chest for a little stretch that way. Good. Try to reach your hips to the sides of the room. Reach, reach, reach. Ready? We're going back to the one side, so lift your right leg up. We're going up and down. Woo! If you want to be sidelined, stay right here. We're going through the whole series. 4, 3, 2, keep it lifted. Circle. 8, 7. It's about reaching. Don't let this hip get all compact on you. Lengthen. Get bossy. Reach your toes. Other way. 8, 7, 6, 5. 3, 2, I'm sorry, pigeon-toed. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Stay at the top. Pulse, 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 pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push out or roll over. Hips, 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 hips. And over to the right hand we go. So get on the other side if you're standing or lying. Up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh my goodness. This is a killer. Up you come, circles. Get bossy. Reach through those toes. Reach through those toes. We're almost halfway there. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. My leg's shaking. 2, 1. Pigeon toed. Down. Woo. Pick it up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Stay up. Pulse. 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 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretching your hips. Did you feel that? Give me a thumbs up. I hope you found, keep moving those hips or stretching one of your chest. I hope you found a version in there that worked for you, because there is one in there for everybody. Standing, sideline, or doing our high knees. Excellent job. Woo! That felt like something. All right, so I want you to come all the way to standing. Oh, lovely. Oh, you did an awesome job. All right, so coming back, arms out. And let's just start a little rock side to side. So just kind of get your bearings on your feet. Letting your teacher catch your breath. Right, this is, honestly, I have a whole new respect for performers who sing and dance on stage and sound awesome. All right, so find both feet into the floor, and now you're just gonna swoop that knee around, and swoop a knee around. This can be done with your hand on something next to you, right? So if you need a little something for balance, take it. Good, one more. We call them opening the gate and opening the gate. Fantastic. All right, I want you to come to the end of your mat, and that can be, right, also not on a mat, but know that you are going to travel forward. So in this position, if you end up wanting to come to your knees and then walk out to hands and knees, that's cool, right? So do that. So listen to your body and find the best fit. All right, everyone's gonna inhale their arms up and overhead. And then exhale, just let those arms float back down. Let that air go out of your mouth. Get rid of some of that heat. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. We got a lot of junk to get rid of, folks. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Now we're going to add locomotion. Inhale through the nose, arms up. Exhale, flat back or rounded spine. You're going to fold at the hips and the hamstrings. Say, good morning. Take a breath in. And then bring your body back up, whether it's a flat back or rounded spine. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, heading over. Again, respect your back. I'm going flat back, just so you have a visual if you need it. And then from the bottom, you're either going to get to your knees or just walk straight out and find your plank position. So from your plank position, I want you to take a breath in. If you need to go back to your knees, do so. Otherwise, walk your hands back. And up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, heading down. Inhale, out to plank. Exhale to stay. Inhale, coming back. And up we come. All right. How is everybody feeling there? Can you give me a thumbs up? You feel like you're doing pretty good? Great. Okay, so we're gonna do some standing work for lower body incorporated with what we just did. So it's gonna be a real nice flow. I'm saying this because I want you to recognize that if you wanna omit the plank part, just do the standing work. You know we're gonna go to plank, we're gonna come back and we'll meet up again, okay? Oh, I'm seeing more spouses joining in. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, out. Exhale, stay. Inhale, arms come back. Exhale, come up. I'm going to turn to you. You're welcome to stay where you're at. Bringing your heels together. Taking those arms out. We're not looking to put those shoulders up into the ears, right? Soften your shoulders away from your ears. And now we're just going to lift. So you're going to take your heels off the floor and down. Heels off the floor and down. Heels off the floor and down. You keep going. I want you to check in with a couple things. Are you keeping yourself glued to an imaginary midline? So I want you to feel like your legs could be Velcroed together from your heel all the way up to your thigh. And then you start to feel that in your glute line. So zip yourself right up. Your fingertip could always be on something if you needed it that way for balance. Heels up and down. Good. Heels up and down. Up and down. Last two. Last one. Now keep your heels lifted. Pinch those heels together, nice and tight. Get your heels pinching, pinching, pinching. Now just bend your knees to lower yourself down and then straighten your legs to come back up. Good. Bend your knees to lower down. Yes. Straighten your legs to come back up. Now, can you be mindful that your knees are tracking open wide like your big toe? You want them to follow the same line. Your big toe and your knees are moving in the same direction. If that's not happening, you're going to start to feel tweakiness in your knees, right? So often people let their knees either go too far out or too far in and not follow the direction of their ankles. You should be feeling a lot. 3, 2, and last one, coming up. Arms come down. Get yourself right where you need to be for the end of your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, walk your hands out. Exhale, stay nice and strong. Inhale, walk your hands back. Exhale, coming up. Now get yourself in a wide position. So I want you to be about your feet wider than your hips. I know I keep being a little tweaky with the computer. It's hard to see everything on my end, I understand. Okay, wider than your hips. Arms out, take your shoulders up, put them down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. Keep them down. Now from this position, bend those knees. Take a little glance. Are my knees and my toes in the same line here? You may have to draw back how wide open your feet are. And we're coming up. Now we're still going to squeeze that imaginary line. There's just some gaps there. And then down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. 4, 3, 2. Last one, staying down. Now we're going to lift a heel up. Put it down. And it's probably very shaky. Take the other heel up. Put it down. So we'll alternate. One heel comes up and down. Other heel up, down, up, down, up, down. Notice how the down becomes the very shaky part. Okay, both heels if you can. Up, down. Otherwise, stay with singles. Both heels lift lower, lift lower, lift lower. 4, 3, 2. Keep your heels lifted or not. Put them on the floor. You're pulsing, 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 pulsing. Keep gathering in those fanny muscles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels push to bring us up. Woo! Shake out your legs. Did everybody feel that? Okay. I would say based on the reports of the thumbs up, I should make it harder. All right. Just kidding. All right, inhale, arms up. Exhale, roll down. Out to plank. Back into our pike. And up to standing. Arms are going to go out in front of you. Take a quick glance down. Make sure your feet are about a fist width apart. And now we're going to sit back like we're sitting into a chair. Kind of nice because you get a pretty good view here. I'm trying to get where there's good backlighting here. So when I sit back, I don't want to come forward. See how this is my knees going out over my feet? I want to get my butt back. So taking the rear up, putting the rear behind us. Trying not to change that my knee is above my ankle joint. I don't want that knee coming in front of my ankle joint. Butt back, butt back, butt back. 3, 2, stay low, whatever your low is. Now it's all about this line right here where our briefs would come right around our glutes. And it's a little squeeze there, squeeze. Imagine you're trying to hold a pencil right underneath each of your butt cheeks. Not between the butt cheeks, underneath each. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now keep the squeeze there. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can see me vibrating, but I am. Pick up one heel, then the other, and the other. Notice one side is going to be a little better at squeezing when we're lifting the heel. 4, 3, 2, stay going 1 to 1, or both, both, both. Keep that butt back, both. 3, 2, everybody's both heels are down, and up you come. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold at the hips. Find your way to plank. Walk your hands back. And all the way up, you'll come. Oh, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your way out all the way to plank. Find that plank position. Get my nice and strong there. Stay in that plank for 4, 3, 2, and then lower down to your bellies. That's some work. I'm sweating. Okay, I'm gonna army curl over here, grab my hand towel. All right, so if you want your towel on your forehead, it's fine, especially if you're on a rug, it might feel nice. Okay, so on to our stomachs we go. We're gonna work rotation this morning in this position. So it is best to put your arms in like the officer I didn't do it position. So your forehead will be down and your elbows are out. You might need to tweak how far or how low they go, but I want you to bring your arms into that position on the floor. Okay, and of course you're going to look as you need to look, but ultimately having our necks long and straight would be awesome in this exercise. I will do my best with my words. All right, so we're going to take the right hand, forearm, elbow, and draw it up off the floor. Looking to use that right shoulder blade, upper back area, and then place it down. Take the left arm up, use that upper back, and placing it down. Right arm up, and placing it down. Left arm up, and placing it down. Now we're going to go with both. Both arms lift and lower. This could be done in a standing position. You do not have to lay on your stomach to work your upper back. Last 3. 2, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Now lift those elbows up, squeeze the shoulder blades, keep your hands up too. Now can you widen your arms straight out like airplane arms? Out to the sides. Good, now drop your left hand onto the floor. And then think of pushing into it and lifting your right wing up and rotating your plane open to the right. Whee! And then keep your forehead off of the towel. Put your right hand down, push into it, lift the left and rotate your chest open. And coming to center. Left hand stays down, lift the right arm, rotate. Oh, get a little higher, get a little higher. Oh, and then back to center, one more. Left arm lifts, rotate, rotate, rotate. Oh, come to center. Draw those elbows to bend and push yourself up for a stretch. Remember, your arms can be as far in front of you as you want them to be. My run's slick. I can like slide in and out here. So find a position that works for you. Now we're going to drop the elbows down, push into the heels of the hands, pick the elbows up, down, and up. Now every time I straighten my arms, I want to reach my chest forward. I'm going to lead with my heart. Elbows down, reach with the heart. Elbows down, reach with the heart. Elbows down, and reach with the heart. One more, elbows down, and lift up, 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 up. Now again, find the place where your hands in front of you are the most comfortable, even if that's a forward in front of you on the wall. Everyone's gonna take their right hand, and the surface that it's touching, we're gonna get really light, and then we're gonna open it out like we're drawing a rainbow, and we're gonna look to the other end of that rainbow, and then we're gonna bring it back around, letting our eyes follow, and hands back underneath us. Other side. Let that big arch happen and look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. And then bring it all the way back to where we started. First side, one more time. Bring that arm around, 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 look at it. And then bring it back around. Last one, arm comes around, look at it, look at it, look at it. And coming back to center and lowering down, down, down. Good, why don't you widen your legs and feet, push up through your hands, and bring your buttocks towards your heels for a little child's pose. So always a nice release in this position. You can rock your hips a little side to side, kind of rock your belly, I suppose, side to side. All right, everybody's gonna come back down. So this time, it's gonna be forehead down, hands to your hips, and your palms are up to the ceiling. So I'd like you to start by bending your right knee and flexing that foot. So I'm making my foot like it's flat, as if I'm holding a bunch of books. And then I'm gonna put that leg straight back down. And then bend the other knee, flex the ankle, and straighten the leg. and then bend the other, and straighten the leg, and bend the other. It's funny, I can feel the front of my left thigh, my quadricep, is tighter than my right. All right, bend that right leg. Now the goal is little pulls, like you're trying to push your heel into your butt, like you're trying to kick your own butt. Kick, 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 kick. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach through the toes and lower. Bend that knee, flex the ankle, and little kick, kick, kick. Now we're doing this for lengthening of the front of the thigh. So don't feel like this should be a big butt burner. It's not really its goal. I want you to think lengthen through the front of your thigh by pulling your heel to your butt. And then point the toes and reach. Great. So I'm going to have you go on your left leg again, just so I have a good view of you. You're going to turn your head to the right. So I have my left facial cheek on my towel. I'm going to bend my left knee again and flex my ankle, just like we just practiced. And now I'm going to lighten my head just enough off the towel, and my chest begins to lift. Now I'm going to reach my right hand down and look down towards the right pinky toe. As I pull towards that toe, I want you to think of lengthening your left thigh. So my chest goes further and further to the right, and my left thigh is reaching, reaching, and then everything comes back to center. Looking to your left side, bend your right knee, slide your left hand, try to look at your outer left foot, and reach your right thigh further down to the mat. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching, and coming back to center. Take both arms out overhead. Again, you can take this against the wall. Hover your forehead off the towel. Let your chest get a little light. Pull up your navel, and you're going to feel your pelvis and pubic bone kind of push into the mat. And you're going to feel that pushing down. But let it be from your pubic bone, not from your navel pressing into the mat. So we're trying to activate our navel upward. It doesn't mean it's not touching the mat, to be clear. And from this position, use your right shoulder blade, pick up that right arm, and down. Left shoulder blade picks up the left arm. Let's add the opposite leg. One arm, opposite leg. One arm, opposite leg. Lead from your heart. Don't let it be just your eyes. Let your heart lead you. Opposites, opposites, opposites. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slide those arms back. Safely push yourself up and getting those hips back towards your heel. Big breath into your back. One more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Fantastic. We're going to make our way onto our back sides. So get yourselves turned right on over. Again, if you want to use your towel, you certainly can. All right. So hands are going to start down by our hips. We got a little wonkiness here in my towel. There we go. All right. So hands by the hips. And we're going to go palms facing the body. So we're pressing down into the mat quite firmly. From this position, I first just want you to push through your heels and pick up your hips. And then set the spine down. Now you want your feet about a fist width apart again. And again, this could be flat back for any of you in here who have osteo and not looking to do the rounding aspect. Or for anybody with any lumbar issues where we don't include rounding of the spine, this is also where you just push and you open the hinge from the hips, and then you close the hinge from the hips. If that's not including you, you're gonna round and peel up the spine, and then you're gonna set each bone down. So please do you. And coming up to the top, we're gonna lengthen one leg out and put it down. Lengthen it out, put it down. Lengthen it out, put it down. This could be a little march as well. Does not have to be straight leg. Keep those palms facing each other, pressing downward into your mat. Use your butt to keep your hips up there. Last two. And taking the spine down, down, down. All right, take your right leg to tabletop. And as you exhale, feel everything in your trunk gathering up. Let's take the right leg down. Take the left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, feel everything coming in to just hug and support you. And taking that leg down. One more, taking the right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, feel everything draw in, and as all the muscles hug your spine, I want you to switch legs without making the shape of your spine change. So all my muscles stay gathered around my spine in such a way that my legs moving, right, do not disturb my spine. Could you add opposite arm? Opposite arm. You just bend at the elbow. Bend at the elbow. If you get off track and you're on the same sides, well, just circle back. Get back to it. All right, picking it up. Right, you're gonna walk, you're gonna power walk, you're gonna jog, you're gonna run, you're gonna sprint. Whatever works for you, and let me tell you, walking is harder. I wanted to sprint because I wanted it to get easier. Take it into slow-mo. 4, pull the navel in the direction of your spine. 2, 1, done. All limbs down. Feet fist width apart. Push those hips to the ceiling. Now, do you feel how that opens the musculature here that had to be at 90 degrees for tabletop, right? So we're just stretching, push up with your butt, stretch the front of the quads and the hips. And then take that spine back down. All right, let's slide our hands behind our head. So this is just one of my favorites because we all have this perception of what doing abs looks like, and this completely blows that out of the water. So in this position, what I want you to first do is push your head down. So we're all gonna pin our hands between our head and the floor. So it's like, where could I go from here, right? Because my head's pushing down, how do I do a sit-up? So we're gonna envision that as our abs start turning on, because they would love to just do a sit-up, that we're gonna keep the pressure down in our hands, and we're gonna have a little battle, a little pushing battle here. So I'm gonna ease up on my head, start using my abs, but I'm still pushing down. I'm just letting my abs win this battle a little bit. And for those of you who are familiar with this, you've probably already done a few reps and you're probably already shaking. And then lowering down, which is super hard as well. All right, push into the head, hands, push head into the hands. And then let your abs start coming up into a sit-up. But the whole time, the back of your skull is pushing into your hands, trying to fight against letting the abs win. Oh, I am shaking. And then lowering your way down. So one more. Feel your head press down. Lift your chest and head slightly, but keep your head pressing, Good, stay right there. Stay right there. Good, keep pressing into the head. Use your abs. Could you come up a slight bit higher and keep pushing into those hands? Let your abs feel all the shaking. 3, good, 2, and 1. Lower down. Give me a thumbs up if you could really start to feel your abs. Awesome. It's a weird thing, right? It's a little battle, a little competition, yet they're working together at the same time. We turn the volume up in one area, turn the volume down in another. All right, we're gonna add on to that. So with your hands behind your head, just as we were set up before, put a little pressure into those hands. Now let the abs begin to win. And check in. Ooh, can I push a little bit more with my head? Ooh, can I keep my abs on? Now we're going back to our walking. So tabletop leg, and then they switch, and they switch. And we're gonna keep it at a walking pace, and switch, and switch. So remember, you barely have to be in what you perceive as a sit-up, and yet your abs are on fire. 3, 2, keep your right leg lifted, left foot on the floor. Now just remove your left hand from behind your head and let it push into your inner thigh and knee. And that hand now is pushing, so the battle has changed. The battle is now between our arm and our right inner thigh. So keep pressing, pressing, pressing. I keep my head a bit heavy, my neck long into my right hand, so my upper abs are still having their battle, and now my arm and inner thigh are having their battle. Keep holding. 3, 2, 1, and release. Woo! Head is heavy in the hands, abs win. Oh my goodness, I'm pushing down so hard and my abs are working. Take your left leg to tabletop. Your right hand comes free and your right hand comes across the midline to push into the left inner thigh. Let your head be a little heavier into your left hand. Let your abs work a little bit more. Push into that right hand. Push, 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 push. Keep pushing. 3, 2, and 1. And shaking, and lowering down. Woo! Bring your hands just down by your hips. My whole body is vibrating. And I want you just to rock your head side to side. So act like you're just bringing your chin to your shoulder. Chin to shoulder. And now draw your chin down into your chest. And then think of bringing your chin into an armpit. So keep your chin low. We're going for a triple chin here. Coming to the middle, chin down. And then bring your chin into the other underarm. Oh, mercy. I can feel that all the way down my back, my spine. The muscles that run up and down the side of my spine, you feel a great stretch all the way down there. Chin to chest. And then just come back to your neutral. Oh, that felt good. Okay, here we go, a little bonus abs time. Hands behind your head. Now you've got so many options in there, right? So you can pick anything we did, including the mini sit-up just itself, for this section. I'm gonna add on. So pressing into my hands first, activate the abs. Oh, all righty, right leg to tabletop. I'm gonna add back in that battle, so left hand to right thigh, and I'm pushing. Like I'm trying to squeeze something between my hand and my leg. Now my left leg is gonna extend out straight. And my left leg is at 12 o'clock. I'm gonna bring my left leg down to 6, if I had a clock out there, and up to 12. Down to 6, up to 12. I am still pushing fiercely with my left hand and my right inner thigh. Lowering down to 6, come up to 12. Now move to 3 o'clock. Push, push, push into the hand. Down to 6, over to 9, push into the hand, and then up to 12. Take it the other way. Go to 9. Keep pushing into that right leg. Down to 6, over to 3, up to 12, and everything lowers down. Press into the head, hands, and lift the head. Woo, abs shaking. Left leg to tabletop. Right hand comes around and pushes. Leg goes straight. Down and up. 6, 12. 6, 12. 6, 12. Okay, push into the leg. It keeps you steady. Over to 3. Push, push, push. 6, 9, up to 12. Back around. 9, 6, 3, 12, and bend and lower. Let your knees go a little side to side, and let your head go in the opposite direction of your knees. So just give your spine a nice twist. Boy, I am sweating. This studio gets nice and warm. Imagine if we were all in it. One more each way. All right. So hands can stay right where they're at our sides. Spine can stay nice and neutral. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Feel that little stretch. Make sure you're not in this position, in other words. So draw that chin down a touch. And then legs to tabletop. Now here's what's cool. Right now I want you to picture your toes on the 12 o'clock. Like you're already touching your clock. There's 12. Glue your legs together. Now move your toes to 3. Move your toes to 6. Move your toes to 9 and back up to 12. Move your toes to 9, back down to 6. Toes come up to 3 and back up to 12. Now, I don't know, maybe your clock slides away from you, right? It's like a carnival game. There it goes. Maybe it doesn't, and you stay here. So maybe it glides away, give it a whirl. Keep yourself right there. I'm touching my clock. 3, 6, 9, 12. Reverse it. 9, 6, 3, 12. My clock moves further away, maybe. Whoop, go 3, 6, 9, 12, 9, 6, 3, 12. And the clock comes in, and we step on it. Now, if you want to add a sit-up, you can. This is abs either way, right? It does not matter if you're neutral or if you're in a sit-up. So if you're adding it, the hands will go behind your head. And I'm really adding it just to change the scenery for my neck. If you're noticing any tension there, you can also give more of a fold to your hand towel and let yourself be a little further propped up, okay? I'm gonna float the chest. You can stay in neutral. We're all now in the same boat. Lifting legs to tabletop, and our clock is tight. Right there, I can touch it with my toe. Going to 3, 6, 9, and 12. Go back to 9, 6, 3, and 12. Clock moves away. Stay right there. Touch the 3, the 6, the 9, the 12, then the 9, the 6, the 3, the 12, and it moves away again. Maybe your legs are straight. We're going to 3, 6, 9, 12, and then 9, 6, 3, 12. Bend the knees, the clock comes in, and we step on it. And lowering down. Everyone's hands at their sides. Go ahead and push those hips up. Let's give a nice stretch here. And then hips come down. And one more, hips come up. And then hips come down. I would like you to simply just roll to one side, supporting your head with your hand. Knees are bent. We're just going to go into that big pinwheel. It's nice to let your chest and your eyes follow your hand. So let your eyes go around with that hand. One more time around. Excellent. You may roll right over. I'm going to switch sides so that I can see you. And a big circle. Again, just let your chest and eyes, oh my, that feels so good. Let your chest and eyes follow. Good. Give yourself 2 more. And just let yourself flow with the breath. Last one. Awesome. Press into the floor and push yourself up. I want you to come to a seated position, and you're just going to take your hands and place them behind you. So you can kind of get as wide as you want with the hands, lean back as far as you want, and just create some space between the feet. And we're just going to drop a knee in and then the other. So just a little side to side. That feels really nice. Open that chest, shall we? So let's not fall down into the chest. Lift that chest. Lead with your heart. Last one. And then walk those feet together. Good. Stretch those legs out in front of you. You could also come to a seated position if you prefer, like up on something. We're in a point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Now just take those feet and you're gonna wave them. Hello. It's fun for me. Everybody who's here live today, I can see your feet. Say hello to me. Now we're gonna go gas pedal and brake pedal. Switch, switch. Really focus on your shin muscles. Maybe you can hear my heels on the floor. All right, toes together are going to circle. Well, this clock is much easier. Make that circle come from your ankle. Other way around. Fantastic. Bend your right knee and let it jump over the left leg. Now we're going to turn our chest to our right. And you can take the outside of the left arm and just let it come to the knee. Now this can be a pretty upright position, and it feels great in your upper back just to push into the leg. If it's fine for your spine to go ahead and twist into this, then I certainly would say twist into this. So see what feels best for you. Some of you might even be getting it more in your hip. Take a big breath in. We're going to take the arm free first, and then take the leg free. Left leg jumps over. Right arm comes around. And again, stay tall and just apply the pressure, or go ahead and rotate. I would suggest everyone takes their eyes to the left, regardless if your spine is rotating or not. Take a couple very good breaths. So really deep in through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Arm comes first, and then leg comes. Create a little gap between the legs. And then we're going to start slow motion, and it's pigeon-toed, and then it's open. But now this is coming from my thighs. So I don't want you to think it's just my ankles. My thigh bones turn in and open, in and open. And now I, of course, want to let them get nice and wobbly, right? So at this point, I want to feel my flesh loose on my legs. I'm not trying to be hold it in tight. Let the flesh be loose. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Awesome. Oh, my legs feel nice and heavy now. Good. So why don't you make your way into a position lying on your backside that's nice and comfortable for you. That also, of course, could be you laying on your side, right? So you don't have to lay on your back. You're going to find a comfortable position for you to breathe and now let those muscles turn off. Now I know we think like off, or that sense of like, oh, we're just gonna, right? We're just going to not be doing something now. Well, let me tell you, turning your muscles off is certainly doing something, and it is not a skill we're all good at. So this needs to be practiced just the same. All right, so I want you to find a comfy position. And in that position, oh, great. Okay, so in that position, you could put a pillow underneath your knees if you wanted. You can certainly put anything behind your head that you prefer. And then why don't you just come back to those ankle circles? So why don't you just start circling your ankles? And that could be done in any position. Some of you might find that you love doing release work seated in a chair, right? So I want you to be very aware that this is open to whatever helps you release. There's no like one way we have to do this. So let those ankles circle, and then take those ankles and circle them the other way. You're just going to go around and around, letting those ankles move how it feels best for you. And then go ahead and let your legs just become heavy where they are. And now I just would love for you to curl your toes all up and then stretch those toes out. So curl the toes up, curl them in, and then stretch the feet out. So one more time, curl the toes in. Now reach the toes out, and can you, after you're gonna push the ball of your foot into the wall out in front of you. Push, 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 reach through the ball of your foot, keep pressing, and then just release and do nothing with the feet. Let them feel like they're just dangling there off of the thigh bones and the shin bones. I want you to take your shoulders now and find circles. So you're going to lift them up to the ceiling and then up to your ears, back to the floor and around. So that circular pattern, whatever position you're in. If you choose to be sidelined here, just go ahead and circle the shoulder that's up to the ceiling. Go the other way around. Feel the shoulder blades moving. And now pull your shoulders in, and then let them heavily go to the floor. Make sure that our palms are open. And maybe we just widen the arms out here. Widen the legs out if you're on you're seated or on your back. So take up some space. And we're going to start being intentional with our breath. And by that I mean we're going to envision that anywhere inside of our body, there is a little canal that our inhale can make it to. So we're going to start with what we know best. And when you inhale through your nose, I want you to fill your lungs. So inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale out the mouth. Keep going with filling the lungs and just slow it down. So inhale through the nose, filling up the lungs. You might feel that in your chest to the ceiling, out through the sides of your body and under your armpits, as well as into your back on the floor, right? All that would be lungs. So inhaling, filling the lungs, exhale, letting it go. Now let's take the breath into our belly. So we're going to inhale and envision that the air comes into the lungs and then goes further like a straw attached to the belly. And now we're going to breathe, filling up the belly. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Now envision from your tummy, there now are 2 straws that go to each hip, 1 to each hip. So when we breathe in the air, yes, we feel it fill our lungs. We feel it in our tummies. And then imagine that the air would go into our pelvis and hips and just make space there for us. And exhale, let it all go. Inhale, feel the air go lungs, through the straw to the belly, through the 2 straws to fill, create space in our hips as you breathe in. And exhale. Now bring that air even lower. Let's fill the thighs. Now take it from the thighs as if that straw continues right through our shins and to our feet. So I want you to inhale, feel the air come into the lungs, the belly, the hips, as if it's traveling right down the thighs, into the legs, and into the feet. Feel energy come into the feet, and exhale, it leaves the feet, the shins, the thighs, the hips, the belly, the lungs. Inhale. Out the feet and the shins and the thighs and the hips and the belly and the lungs. One more, filling all the way to our feet, inhaling. Exhale. And now just continue to breathe in the way that just feels most natural to you in this minute. And I want you to become aware if you feel any of that beautiful buzz in your body. We'll all sense that different. I can report that my forearms and my hands feel very buzzing with energy. And I can feel it in my feet, the bottoms of my feet. I'd like you to roll to your side, choosing whatever side feels best. You can let your bottom arm come underneath your head for support. Just pull your knees right into your chest. Use your pillow or towel, and just keeping your eyes closed. So I want you to take that breath into your backside as if the air is going to pull right in between your shoulder blades. And as you exhale, imagine the air leaving right through the front of your chest. Inhale through your back. So feel the expanse feeling in your back. Exhale out the front. Now let's bring a color into it. When you breathe into your back, I want you to picture just a ton of light just driving into your backside.
As you pull it in, what color is it? Exhale out the front, and that's where I let go of all of my gray, mucky. Inhale, a bright, magnificent color. Take it in. Exhale at the front. Let go of the gray, the dull. Inhale that bright color. Exhale. Letting that breath just move in through the back with ease and out through the front. And as that breath is coming in your back so mildly, and you're calmly letting it leave the front, you're drawing in a word for this day. Maybe it's a sentence. But see if your mind just drifting can bounce to a word that resonates with you today. Maybe some of you have just fallen right into it instantly. Go ahead and give yourself a few breaths to find it or hold on to it. And as we go through this day, bring yourself back to that word as a way of just grounding ourselves or centering ourselves. Often in these days, it feels like we're just sort of drifting through. And see if that word can just be a way of redirecting or calming. Bringing your arms free, can you bring them right around your body and give yourself a big hug? Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze yourself. That's all of us squeezing each other. It's me squeezing you and you squeezing me. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release. I think you should enjoy this feeling as long as you can. And I encourage you to come back and circle to even just the meditation pieces of class in the days to come, right? Maybe you just need that sense of the release work and not necessarily all the movement. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. It was lovely to spend time with you, and thank you for making time for me. I will talk to you all soon.